Hello everyone. Do a video about a little situation my neighbor's been having. I thought it'd be interesting to share. My neighbors, they had somebody living in their property for a little while, and there's some kind of a dispute with them or whatever. And in the area that we live in, you're not supposed to have anybody living on your property in a like a RV or something like that, unless you're building a house or whatever. So no. Allow campers or trailers or anything like that, and motorhomes or anybody, living like that. So my neighbor had some there and on their property, and for whatever reason they'd been there for a little while, and no problems or nothing. And then there was some kind of altercation with the neighbor and the person living there on his property there, and so he told him we wanted him to leave, and and it was all fair about it and everything, I guess, as far as what I understand. And so this person that had been staying on the property there uh, decided he did call the city on the neighbor on them and turn and basically turn himself in on the say, oh, I'm living on, or somebody's living on this property, and they shouldn't be. And so knowing he's going to be leaving anyway, he had the code enforcement come down, and he told him, explained and said there's debris on the property and a fire hazard, and he had sheds or whatever that had been built that were not permitted and that had been not permitted by the cities or whatever. And yeah, I just got a bill letter from the uh, code enforcement officer uh, that he had to rectify some of the situations before a certain date, come up here this month. And yeah, I'm just amazed that here we are, this person that you've done a favor to, and they do that to you. It's like very, what's wrong with people these days? I can't understand. He's been doing that guy a lot of favors, and just because whatever altercation it was, and over whatever it was, I'm not sure, but just he asked him to leave, so he also code enforcement on the guy. I mean, you think after knowing him for a while that the guy's a stand-up guy or whatever what he claimed to be, turns out to be calling the law on you. It's disheartening with people that you see around, and you just don't know who you can trust or what these days. It's getting really bad out there with the people. My neighbor friend, he was just dumbfounded. And he's got a bunch of stuff around there. He's got kind of things that he does. Kind of it's just part of his income and living is what he does over there, and it doesn't bother me what he's doing. And I'm the direct neighbor to anything there, so I'm not going to call the cops on him. And this guy's been living right there this whole time, being friends with the guy, and turns around and does that. It's like, what a freaking asshole, I mean, that's you just don't know who you can trust anymore. Be careful who you bring into your circles these days. You just don't. I've seen the guy a few times, and I said hello in passing. It seemed all right to me. I didn't expect that he would be a person that would do something like that. That after I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to understand when I'm kind of a person who would never do that. Somebody else, whether you asked me to leave or stay or whatever it was, I wouldn't be vindictive to somebody. It's just not in my nature. And most people that I tend to associate with is, as far as I could see, it's not in their nature to be vindictive like that either. And I'm trying to surround myself with people that have issues like that. And unfortunately, they kind of slip through cracks now and again. And that's like having my friend here is they thought that they were mutual favors for the person at the time, and just helping him out and helping this guy out and everything. And I'm still not totally sure what the altercation was, but I mean, it shouldn't have to be any reason. There was the guy had let him stay there for quite a while, and for any reason he wanted to, have him leave now, or want his privacy back or whatever. It shouldn't matter whatever the reason that you respect the guy's wishes and you leave the property. Why you got to call the city on him and make it be vindictive like that, and make it hard on the guy that's giving you all this break, and helped you out all for the last year or whatever it was. You do them like that. That's not really a good way to show your gratefulness, you know, for somebody that helped you out. So, you know, I wish that guy that, you know, nothing but the worst, honestly. I hope that he, you know, finds a place not to live at, and that he has to pay 5 times more than what he, my friend was charging him. And I really do hope that he had a real hard time of it, because, you know, because he should have been grateful for what he was given instead of vindictive like that. And what he did, just now my friend's gonna have a bunch of hassle with the freaking city, and you know, it's just the codes are ridiculous. And we live in a rural area. Everybody's yard is just, you know, everybody's yard is full of everything. You know, where we live out here is, you don't have a few of these items in your yard, then you know you don't even live out here. It's just as simple as that. Everybody has this a certain amount of let's call it old stuff in their yards. You know, it's part of what I do. You know, the recycling part. I've got a few old things in my yard as well. So if I had code enforcement, you know, and that guy's got the code enforcement to me right next door to me, looking around, and so I'm just over there and look at my property. You know, once people get started, you know, they look here, look there, and look there, everywhere, and then, you know, none of our stuff is visible from the street or anything like that. These are my neighbors, and there's, you know, so none of that to worry about. But this guy just made a complaint on my friend, and there's all this stuff that he's gonna have to worry about, you know, and it's nonsense. You know, when you're not bothering nobody, and no, you know, he's not bothering anybody, doing what he does, you know, leaves everybody alone, and all you know, go to help somebody, and that's what you get paid. You know, so that's just a warning to people out there. You know, be careful who you trust and stuff. You know, even the people that you think you really wouldn't do something like that, but you know, they claim that they're just, he's an old biker or whatever, and you know, he don't want nothing to do with Johnny Law. You know, that's his story. But he's sure the first one to call the city on you guys. You know, like, people, I'll tell you. I got a couple of washing machines I scrapped apart, taking them out there, and you know, trying to clean up around here. I just, because that city's gonna be around to look at my neighbor's property here within the next few days, so kind of organizing stuff around my yard and picking up, make sure it's not attractive or something. You know, I don't want to attract the eye over here this direction, so kind of keep it on the low side at the moment. You know, I don't want to be. You know, we're really rural out here. And when I say city, it's incorporated. Is what it really is. You know, and there's only not even there's like a water company out here, but I'm not on it because it's only a certain area. It's the developmental area, you know, and I'm outside of that, so technically I'm not even in the city. Technically I'm not even in the city of the city that I am in. If you want to get technical about it, I'm an unincorporated part of the town, so I'm actually my mail comes to a different, in a further away place than where I'm sitting, just because consider that place than this place, and so. Which is, I know, hard to understand, but this I'm unincorporated area though, and it's very, so I don't know why these people, they have these stupid code enforcement people even messing with anybody out here, and you know, if they wanted to really do something, everybody's yard out here has got something in it that's a violation of some sort, I'm sure, because you know, cities, that's what they like to do is to come up with violations, charge people and control. They want to control everything all the time. I don't know. That's how city government goes all the way up to the top government. We all know that. So I just pick it up a little bit here and make sure that they don't look my direction. Hopefully it all blows over real quick, like, and you know, I gotta probably go over there and help my friend do a little picking up around his yard, and you know, I'm hoping he doesn't have to tear down none of his structure or anything, but business call it, gotta get hold of the building department or whatever, and see if there's can be in compliance with their building code, which you know, I'm sure it isn't anywhere near being in compliance. But you know, if they have to take some stuff apart, and so be it. You know, but I'll help them do it and take care of it. Just get them people out of here. You know, and that, you know, this neighbor person, or he's having to stay there, is still hasn't left yet. This only happened a few days ago, I guess. And I've been watching him. He's like kind of meandering around, picking up his putting stuff away. I mean, he's obviously leaving and preparing to go, but I don't know. He's like, my friend said he's had paid prepaid the month in advance, and so he might just stick around till I think he said something like that 20 something something, I don't know, something 20 something. He was get paid up to, so you know my friend's saying when the guy just pulls out tonight, right now, it's just cause you gotta know how he's feeling right now. Just get the hell out of here. Have to keep looking at you, and I don't blame him. I mean, I would never have nobody live on my property and stay here because it's just you're just asking for problems with that kind of thing. I've had family members live with me before, and I can tolerate for a little while, and I never charge nobody, rent, such a family or whatever, of course, and that way you always got the power to say, bye. So, you start getting into rents and this and that, and you start opening up the loopholes to things that, you don't want to do. So, I don't ever let nobody stay on my property. That's a no. I mean, unless a couple of days for, a family member or something, that kind of thing. And of course, his family's always going to be welcome. Just some random people, hell no. That's just asking for trouble. You get somebody that, even you think you're helping somebody and it's going to get mutual help, and, maybe for a minute it's all good, but, the minute they turn on you, it's like snakes. There's just going to be a world of trouble. So I said, I seen this guy, and I thought, he's all right. Looks, what few little conversations I've ever had with him, never seemed all right. And my friend said, he was a biker, former biker. His wife died of cancer or something. He just wants to be left alone, so on and so forth. And all right, well, nobody bugged him, nobody bothers him. Just left him alone over there. And and I'm not. And, my friend said something about yard work or something like that. That the altercation was over. I'm like, that I guess that this renter person wanted my friend to do yard work in his own yard and was telling him that he needed to do something. I'm not sure the whole story, but that's what my friend was. It's not like that. This guy was telling him what he needed to do in his yard, and like he had some kind of a hard on about there being weeds being a fire hazard or something like that, and I mean. It was bizarre, that's all I could say. So I guess he was telling my friend what he needed to do in his own yard. And my friend was like, okay, man, you're kind of getting out of line here with, letting you stay here and rent the place and, that doesn't mean you got to be telling me what to do in my yard. And my friend said it's just like, the guy's been there like I said, a little while, and a few times he's, come off on, my friend's first time, he said, yeah, he said he's going to kill me. I said, what? Yeah, I'm going to end up getting killed. I said, what? You say I threaten you? Yeah. So it's pretty, I'm like, well, yeah, I definitely get addicted in the end, too, for sure. I mean, come on, just somebody you're just letting stay at your house, and all of a sudden you're tell them you're going to get killed. I mean, that's pretty much, that sounds like a threat to me. But if nothing else, maybe we don't want to have him, maybe get moved on at this point. So my friend just wrote him a letter, to say, we no longer need to have you stay in here and, move on. And apparently that guy thought that my friend should do what he says, and if he doesn't, then he's going to call the city on you. I mean, who the fuck does this guy think he is, I mean, like I said, I don't know, I hope nothing but the worst for this guy, because he's really put my friend in a bind with this city code thing and all that, and, and from what I understand, my friend was really doing him a little solid, giving him for what he was charging him to be there with all the, it's just, a real deal and a half. You will find that deal in this day and age. You're not going to find the deal that he was getting for staying there. I'm telling you right now. I'm not even going to mention what it was, because people be beating down the door to my friend's house. Yeah, because he's pretty generous on what he was offering to let this guy for what he's charging. Pretty ridiculous. And then all the trouble he's going to get caused now over that, it's not even worth it. It really isn't. But my friend's got a big heart, and great guy, and it's just sad to see that he gets so screwed over like that, and by somebody who's trying to help out. You just never know. It's never, you can't not trust these people. You can't trust nobody to not, just really expect the worst in people anymore. I've seen so much stuff going on with all the stuff in the politics lately, and now they're discovering, people coming forward about flying saucers, and you don't even know what to believe anymore. What's right, what's wrong. I mean, we know what's right and wrong is completely upside down now with the whole movement of that transmission missile. I'm saying, that whole thing. Suddenly there's a whole lot of missions that are, trans, that are coming out, and so odd times we're living in, and definitely odd times. There's a lot of questions out there about what to believe and what not to believe. And when they're starting to, you got to know that there's something seriously up with the world when credible people now are actually coming forward with this UFO thing. It's achieved mainstream credibility at this point. I remember when I was a kid, they talked about UFOs. It was out there subject. It was nothing. That was the Leonard Nimoy what if. That's Joe. In search of. It was the midnight show, and there's some way out there stuff. A couple of writers, and we'd talk about that kind of stuff in some of the books, but the alien abduction kind of thing and all that. But now, in the last week or so, especially, it's become like a pretty mainstream story with prominent military people and all the other scientists and whatnot coming forward with all these disclosure projects and all this other stuff. It's strange. But, this whole time, they've been telling us about this blue beam thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So what can you believe? If it comes from the, those people at the top there, the ones that, it's coming from them, I tend to believe the opposite of what they say. I just, kind of a little habit I picked up over the last few years of seeing that they're complete liars about everything. That you kind of just go with what they say A is B, then that it's the opposite of that. So I'm not buying into it myself right now. That's going to take a little bit more than just some talking and some really crappy gun camera footage. It's not even believable at all, if you ask me. And a few other little, anybody can take pictures of lights in the sky. That doesn't prove a damn thing, they've not presented their case very well at this point. It's just like everything else. I think it's a distraction. It's a distraction from the whole what's going on with the politics right now, and the soft, or you could say hard coup that's occurring. It's pretty obvious what's occurring unless you've been under a rock, that the place that you and I grew up as children in, it's gone, long gone, never to be seen again. There's it's gone. It's gone. I wouldn't want to bring another kid in this world right now. This place is a mess, and there's lots of problems that we're having right now, and a lot of problems that are gonna only get worse. There's all the dystopia stories that we read books about when I was younger, and pretty much who could have pictured this one? The writers, they tried, to give you the worst case scenario, but they really just didn't get it, did they? I mean, it's worse than that. The worst, you take 1984 and Brave New World, and Fahrenheit 451 and all these other ones. They're all their own type of hell, of course, of dystopian hell. But this one that we have now, this woke dystopia, is just the writers couldn't write a script like this. You could, It's too ironically stupid. It's, you know, it's an idiocracy in full view. And yes, right is wrong, and wrong is right. That's the bottom line here. I mean, it's a clown world. Everything's completely inverted. It's a total inverted world. And I keep saying that because it's proven itself. So that's why this whatever thing you're talking about, you know, UFOs this week and whatever next week, and you know, I'm gonna stay on the side of it. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, you guys have just told me too many lies that I just can't believe anything you tell me anymore. I mean, you just lie about everything, like I've discussed in the past. So I, you know, just, you know, believe what you will, believe what you want, but I'm gonna stick to the, you know, I think it's BS. I think it's just more BS. I think if anything, our military are, you know, they have some technology, I'm sure, that's pretty out there. But if they can make people believe that it's some other off-world type of thing, then, you know, that it's typical stuff. Just don't look what the hand over here is doing, and it is the hand over there. And, you know, if they think that the aliens got these things, and our enemies think that they won't think that we have those things. So that's kind of, you know, they're hide in plain sight kind of thing. You know, oh, that's the aliens. It's, you know, and it's just one of our ships that we built. You know, we're using, you know, and as long as they say that whatever technology is in the hands of somebody else, like the aliens, then they don't have to share it with us, right? Think about it. You know, obviously, if they can do what we know, what we've been told these aliens can do with their ships and whatnot, that means that they are using some kind of energy source that we should be using. But obviously, they don't want us to use that energy source because they want us to grovel and suffer and take the only good energy source that we actually have away from us, with oil, and they want to put us on nonsense, wind, solar, coal, you know, whatever, electric nonsense that it's nonsense. If they have a better energy source, we're not getting it. We're going to take away from us the only energy source that is good that we know of, which is oil. And they're going to make us use the inadequate energy sources and suffer through that. And while they keep the good stuff, whatever it may be, for themselves, of course. It's the same old story, same old song and dance, never changes. I mean, the power, get power, and they want to keep power, and that's they don't want to. They don't want anybody else to share the power with, and they want you to be low and begging them for the scraps that they kick out. You know, I've made a video in a little bit here in this because it's just I have so many things I want to say, and it's one of those. We're in a world right now. It's I'm sure there's a lot of people out there just praying that the end is coming soon, and you know, all the signs are lining up for that to be the case, and I'm along with you there. I'm just hoping the sooner this crap is over, the better. I mean, this place is just, it sucks so bad. It really does. Sucks in every way. So, but, you know, keep watching my videos because maybe I'll be more upbeat and positive on the next one, you know, when I'm scrapping something cool. You know, I think I'm going to have my girl scrap another washing machine or dryer, and I'll film that and do a video on it. And, you know, she likes to have her hands shown on there. That's a joke, okay? All right, I'll talk to you guys everybody later, and thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. Bye.